What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. So we got another huge update. Now I have that pushy prosecutor Jack Smith running straight into a brick wall face first. This newest update, we got that Judge Eileen Cannon still standing firm, exposing new evidence of corruption on that supposed special counsel Jack Smith, guys. His case is doomed, and so is his office as special counsel, guys. I'm excited to get into the clips, exactly what's going on there, the trouble that special counsel Jack Smith has now walked himself into. So we're gonna get straight to the clips, and I'll get my thoughts on the back end, guys. Definitely stick around to the end so you guys get my thoughts on the back end, and also YouTube pushes this video out. Definitely stick around till the end, you guys. But let's get straight to the news. Before we even do that, though, make sure you guys hit that like button for me, and also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Let's get into it, y'all.
We have incredible news, which is good news because Jack Smith's butt's in a sling. He's going down. Clarence Thomas has hinted, we've already covered some of this, that he fired the warning shot that Jack Smith was illegally appointed. I'm just going to read a long tweet to you, but it's a very good education, and it affects Judge Aileen Cannon. It also affects destroying some of Fani Willis's case. This is about Trump's immunity and some of the delayment of him, but also it's specifically that if Jack Smith gets removed, then all of the cases that he brought and all of his influence gets removed. It doesn't get taken over by someone else because he's the one that brought these cases. Welcome to Doug in Exile. Let's get to it because this is where the happy patriots are. You have another reason to be happy. Once again, just documenting all these Trump wins. I'll document Trump loses too, but there's very few losses that he's actually having. Here goes. Justice Thomas gifted Judge Cannon a reason to blow up Trump's Mar-a-Lago prosecution. Another bad sign for Jack Smith victory. Here's Josette Caruso on Twitter. The Supreme Court of the United States capped off a blockbuster run of opinions by ultimately handing Donald Trump a win for his January 6th prosecution, dragging out proceedings by forcing the Washington, D.C. trial court to analyze which alleged acts in his indictment were, quote, official, where he's protected with immunity, and which were unofficial, where he's not protected by immunity. Only the latter of which would afford him no immunity from prosecution. This is where all the silly Democrats have been saying, oh, so now he's covered with an official job of assassinating his opponent, which is ridiculous because that's never an official job of a president. So even officially being able to wield SEAL Team 6, it still isn't an official job of any president to assassinate an opponent, okay? So that's just silly talk from all the fake legal experts. It doesn't stick with our Constitution. Still, legal experts believe the ruling all but guarantees there will be no trial before the 2024 election. Also good news for Trump. Throwing a major wrench into special counsel Jack Smith's case and clouding it with uncertainty in a concurrence which no other justice joined. Justice Clarence Thomas, acting alone because he's got the biggest cojones on the court, went a step further by strongly suggesting it is his view that Jack Smith was unlawfully appointed as special counsel, giving Trump legal ammunition in undoing his Mar-a-Lago prosecution, where U.S. District Judge Aileen Cannon recently permitted pro-Trump amici curiae, Latin for friend of the court. So a friend of the courts are allowed to bring in their own testimony because they're a longtime friend of the court. This is also where mainstream media lied to you and said Aileen Cannon just letting any amateur walk in and just give their testimony. No, it's not. These are the people that she allowed to argue. To argue some of the very points Thomas made on Monday, some quick background: Trump's defense lawyers, among their numerous motions to dismiss the Espionage Act case, have argued that Smith's appointment by U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland violated the Constitution because Smith was a, quote, private citizen. That is, he does not level up to being able to be a prosecutor, which requires a congressional vote of approval. Department of Justice alum at the time of his appointment not a Senate-confirmed U.S. attorney like special counsel David Weiss of Hunter Biden's prosecutions. The amici, including George W. Bush administration Attorney General Michael Mukasey, Ronald Reagan administration Attorney General Edward Meese III, Federalist Society co-founder and Northwestern University law professor Stephen Calabrese, and Boston University law professor Gary Lawson were represented in court by former Antonin Scalia clerk Gene Scher. Again, these are the people that the media have been telling you are a bunch of amateurs, that she'll let anyone off the street go before her court. No, these are seriously qualified people to go and inform the court. Quote, in short, the idea of a prosecutor not authorized by a clear statutory provision or with the approval of the Senate is a jurisprudential dinosaur and should be declared extinct, their brief argued. The amici in early June had highlighted a question that Thomas asked during Trump immunity oral arguments as a, quote, good reason to believe the Supreme Court will take a keen interest, unquote, and how Cannon will rule on the lawfulness of Smith's appointment. So they're pressuring her to rule on if his appointment is cool or not. And I think she's going to say, no, Jack Smith, you were not lawfully appointed. Did you in this litigation challenge the appointment of special counsel? He asked, like he specifically kind of went after her. Thomas asked during the argument, quote, Trump's counsel responded in relevant part, quote, we have done so in the Southern District of Florida case, and we totally agree with the analysis provided by Attorney General Meese and Attorney General Mukasey. The amici recounted in a filing of their own. We covered this earlier this year, I believe around January, February. What Thomas concurrence said. Thomas, who is the justice assigned to field emergency applications from the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit, which includes Cannon's jurisdiction, has definitely removed any doubt about his degree of interest in the question of the constitutionality of Smith's appointment. Oh, you don't want Clarence Thomas looking at you, Jack Smith. For Thomas, the attempted prosecution of Trump for official acts, quote, threaten our constitutional order, unquote, but also of concern was the appointment of, quote, private citizen, unquote, Jack Smith to embark on that mission. Jack Smith, you private citizen, sit down. What's weird is mainstream media went after Aileen Cannon for having just any private citizen stand up and give their testimony in court, these friends of the court, when really they should have been saying, why did you allow Jack Smith to run this whole thing in the first place? They, of course, have no interest and have no care. This is purely politics for them trying to protect Biden's Department of Justice, Merrick Garland's illegal appointment, and the prosecution and persecution of Trump. Quote, if there's no law establishing the office of the special counsel occupies, then he cannot proceed with this prosecution. A private citizen cannot criminally prosecute anyone, let alone a former president, unquote, Thomas wrote of the J6 case before urging the, quote, lower courts, unquote, to answer whether non-state approved Smith was lawfully appointed at all. Please bring this to the Supreme Court. Quote, no former president has faced criminal prosecution for his acts while in office in the more than 200 years since the founding of our country. And that is so despite numerous past presidents taking actions that many would agree constitute crimes, unquote, Thomas said. Quote, if this unprecedented prosecution is to proceed, it must be conducted by someone duly authorized to do so by the American people. The lower court should thus answer these essential questions concerning the special counsel's appointment before proceeding, unquote. That's to Aileen Cannon. You got to answer it. Is Jack Smith legal? I have my opinion. What's yours? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to have you on board.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Coming from our friend Doug in Exile. I'll definitely be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below for those you want to go over there and check that out. Also, guys, to go over there and show our friend Doug a bit of love. Oh my goodness, guys. What they say, they threw a wrench inside of Jack Smith's Trump cases, guys. This thing is all looking bad. Things are looking very down for the supposed very illegally appointed special counsel, Jack Smith, guys. It all rests and lies on Judge Eileen Cannon after all, guys. Isn't this so funny how it all comes full circle? You know, this whole time the left's been, you know, beating down Judge Eileen Cannon's back. You know, they were pressuring her to make so many decisions. Now the question she's left having the answer is whether old Jack Smith was appointed rightfully or illegally, like we all know he was, guys. This could send all of his cases crashing into the dumps, especially that Mar-a-Lago classified documents case. Things are looking very grim for the guy Jack Smith. I mean, someone go check on their pal Jack Smith, because I know he is crying in a corner right now. When I said that he ran face first into a brick wall in this newest update, guys, I was not jiving. It really happened. Jack Smith is not doing well. Judge Eileen Cannon has all the power left in her hands. After all, you know, Jack Smith has tried to push, rush, get Judge Eileen Cannon to make decisions and grant his favor. Now the question is left with whether or not he should stay on this case or be able to have his case brought about to even be in the courts right now, guys. I think this is going to get very bad for Jack Smith. He better pack his bags now. But I'm going to leave that up to you guys to decide down in the comment section below, guys. Definitely hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Jack Smith about to get sent packing by Judge Eileen Cannon when she makes this ruling or this decision, answering Supreme Court Justice Thomas's question on whether or not legal Jack Smith's appointment was legal or not, which we already know what's about to happen, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Maybe you guys know some other outcome where Jack Smith is going to weasel his way out of this, but I just don't see it, guys. Up in the comment section, let me know what you're thinking. Also, make sure you guys hit that share button, share this out to as many Facebook friends as possible. You guys share the truth. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button. It doesn't cost one thing. You guys hit that like button for your boy, and also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on next week.